What's up, Poke fans? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Pokemon X Gale of Darkness. Last episode, we finally caught Shelter, and we also defeated Corrigan, or whatever the heck his name is, and shut down pretty much the Shadow Pokemon plant. Now, what we're going to do, we need to head over to the Dark Isle, or whatever the heck it's called, to go up against Greevil. But before we do that, however, we are going to do a little bit of grinding, because you know how it is. We are probably a little low leveled, and we need to make sure that we are prepared and ready to go. So let's head to our favorite place, Mount Battle. And let's continue up the ranks and see how that goes. Really quick before we do. So we have Primate on our team. I want to purify him. EXP shares with Sharpedo. Okay, yeah, so far so good. And of course, Jolteon is overpowered or over leveled, but that's fine. Welcome to Mount Battle. Oh, you know what? Actually, hang on. Before we do start Mount Battle, let me switch Jolteon out with another Pokemon, because let's try to get some Pokemon leveled up here. Let's go with CeeLo. It'll be a little bit of a struggle, and if it becomes too much, I'll switch Jolteon back in. Let's continue on with our new one. Let's go for Area 6. If it becomes too much, I'll switch Jolteon back in. So, it shouldn't, though. We should be good. Alright, we're still in the middle of this volcano, so I have this theme for the ground type. Sounds good. Hopefully you show off more than one. And of course with Mount Battle, we just talked about random stuff, so yeah. Let's talk about the latest Pokemon Presents, because I didn't make a video on it because I just didn't have time. And I also kind of just didn't feel like it a little bit. That Pokemon Presents was probably the best that I have ever seen. It was obviously the longest. So they started off with, the mobile games and smaller titles. Like Pokemon Cafe got a remix. It got kind of an update, which I think is fine. It just sucks that you had to play that game in handheld mode. You cannot play it on the TV. That's why I never made content on it, because you can only play it in handheld mode. And I have no way to record that. I can't record like this because I can't hook up my Elgato to the Switch in handheld mode. I played it a little bit. It was an alright game at best. It wasn't that good. I don't know. And you know the funny thing is, the people who are making Pokemon Cafe made this. Genius Sonority made Pokemon Cafe. It just sucks because they are capable of making games like Pokemon X Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum, and they put them on smaller titles, which really, really sucks. Of course, I talked about Pokemon Go, which at the time of this recording, Niantic has switched back the distance from the Pokestops, so it's back to 80 meters. So that's good, because now I can hit the Pokestop and gym at my apartment complex inside my apartment, which I'm happy about. They needed to. It was a great quality of life improvement, and it needed to be changed back. Other things was Pokemon Masters. I'm not a fan of it. I played it a couple times. I thought it was okay at best, and it's cool that they're getting some type of Pokemon Black and White end event. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much my overall thing. Oh yeah, with Pokemon Go, Gen 8 is coming, which is weird because they're skipping over Gen 7, some of Gen 5, some of Gen 4, majority of Gen 6, and Kecleon from Gen 3. And altogether Gen 7, which I mentioned before, but I just think that's a little weird. I know they'll go back to Gen 7, but I just think that's weird that they're now having a Hoopa event in Pokemon Go from The season will go from September 1st to December 1st, so 3 months. And the beginning of the season, Hoopa will. It sounds like Hoopa will be the main event, which I don't think that's smart. Based on a whole season of your game around one mythical Pokemon. I get it. Hoopa's really popular. The shiny form has never been released. So far, the shiny form has not been released in Pokemon Go yet. I feel like it will. I don't know. I just think it's weird. That's like, let's just make the beginning of our event just based around one mythical Pokemon. Strange. I don't know. So far, I'm not really looking forward to the season of Mischief in Pokemon Go. Hopefully, they'll have Gen 7, the Ultra Beasts, the Legendaries, or whatnot become available sometime soon. Because, Zacian and Zamazenta. Zacian's gone. Zamazenta is almost out of here in Pokemon Go. So I just think it's kind of strange. That was pretty much it for smaller announcements. I don't think I'm missing anything. Now, of course, for the big announcements was Gen 4 remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl. It feels like a lot of people are really excited for the remakes compared to how they felt a few months back. They changed a little bit of the color palette, which I think that it definitely needed. I don't know. I'm still excited for it, and I think it looks great. They only showed off like the beginning of the game with the, Team Galactic. I did think it was a little weird that they zoomed in on text, and a lot of people did kind of roast them for that. Like, it was like a brand new thing that they learned in Premiere Pro, and they're like, yeah, let's zoom in on this text. Let's zoom in on this text. And I get it. I know why they were zooming in on it, because Space and Time is Dialga and Palkia. 3 creatures, I believe it's the Lake Guardians, but you can also make the argument that it's Palkia, Dialga, Giratina. End of the world type of situation is coming. Or end of time and space, I should say. So yeah, end of the world. But I get it. The cool thing about that is that the competitions, they're completely reworked, and they actually look pretty fun, in my opinion. They're kind of based more around like you actually get to control the Pokemon. Because I didn't do that much competitions when I played Generation 4, which I can't believe I didn't, because I spent hundreds upon hundreds of hours in Pokemon Pearl. But yeah, I never focused on the competitions because I just didn't really care for them. But yeah, I'm actually excited to play one of the competitions and the remakes. It's pretty cool that you could to customize your character a little bit. You could actually select the skin tone. Costumes are back. They look great. Even chibi form, they look amazing. And the Pokemon look great. It looks like they're using Pokemon Platinum Pokédex, which is great, because Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Pokédex were atrocious because one only had 2 Fire-type Pokemon. It was Chimchar and its family, and then Ponyta and Rapidash. So yeah, it looks like they're using Platinums, which more available options for Fire-type Pokemon. So yeah, I'm excited. The underground stuff, it looks better. I remember playing a lot of it with my friends back then, but it looks a lot better. It's cool that there's areas that you can capture Pokemon and actually see them on the world map. And a lot of people are really happy about that, especially with Munchlax, because if you remember from Generation 4, to get Munchlax, it was like a 1% chance, and you had to slather honey on the tree and then wait a certain amount of time, and I think it was like 12 hours or something. But it was only a 1% chance, and it was pretty much near impossible to get. You had to have some amazing luck to get one. And now it seems like this is going to be a whole lot easier to get a Munchlax and other rare type of Pokemon. Or rarer, I should say, type of Pokemon. Which I'm all for. And of course, if you play Diamond and Pearl, or the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, I believe it's before February, you get a Manaphy egg, so it kind of sucks for people who, don't have a Switch. They plan on getting one, but not until after February. And I get it because they're trying to get people to buy the game at launch and to play it at launch. But it does kind of suck for people who can't afford one and they really want to, play the game and get the Pokedex completed. But if you are, thinking about it, and if Manaphy changes your mind, I would quickly get one because Manaphy will be gone before you know it. But also remember, it's Manaphy. It's not that good of a mythical Pokemon, honestly. Like, it's not going to be on your team or anything, or it shouldn't, in my opinion. So you're not really missing that much. But, I digress. Surprised that was a super effect move on Pupitar. And I think that was pretty much it for Generation 4 remakes. I still don't like the names Blessing Diamond, at least Blessing Diamond. Shining Pearl, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. Not really the biggest fan of the names all that much. I do like the music that they played. I'm going to get more into music with Pokemon Legends Arceus, but man, the music that they played throughout the whole trailer for the Gen 4 remakes, some bops and some slaps. Like, especially when they were introducing Team Galactic. Ooh, that was a bop right there. But yeah, that was pretty much Gen 4 remakes. Now let's move on to Pokemon Legends Arceus. If they pull it off, Game Freak does, and the game's actually really, really good, and I truly feel like it would be one of the best Pokemon game ever made, and I could probably even make the argument that it would probably be the best selling Switch game until Mario Kart 9 comes out, of course. But I do think that it's just going to be a good seller. I just feel like it's going to be a good game. I feel like a lot of people have changed their minds about it when they saw more footage of it. And don't get me wrong, the frame rate, it's running at 30. I wish it would run a little bit closer to 60, at least on consoles and not on handheld. But it does look like a huge improvement. You actually see the Pokemon, walking around like they actually would if they were, real in the overworld. The city does look more lively, but it just seems like a lot of the characters, they kind of look static a little bit. And of course, there's a lot of comparisons with Breath of the Wild. And I feel like that's a fair assumption. Like, yeah, you should compare it to Breath of the Wild because it looks like a cut and copy of Breath of the Wild. The issue is, for me personally, with the towns and whatnot, in Breath of the Wild, it seems like they were alive, like people were actually doing things. And this one, from what we've seen, of course, the game's not actually out yet, but from what we've seen, it just looks like they're just static. Like, people are just standing around, not really living. And I don't know, like, I think that there is going to be a day-night cycle. I don't know how or what that will entail. I don't know if it will be real time or what the deal is. But to me, I'm really excited for it. I think it's really cool. Of course, all the characters, the professor, he brings over Pokemon. That's why the 3 stars are Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Oshawott. Yeah, Oshawott. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, what is it, or is it Poplar? No, it's Oshawott. And the Pokédex isn't like a industrial mechanical type of Pokédex. It's legitly like you have to catch the Pokemon, and then there's research tasks you have to do with that Pokemon or against that Pokemon to learn more about them. I think that's really cool, and that's going to add a huge high replay value. And I think that's really, really awesome. So yeah, let's kind of talk about a little bit. The other 2 characters, Komoda, pretty much the guy in charge of the Team Galactic or Galactic Team or whatever they're called in Pokemon Legends Arceus. He is pretty much Rowan's great grandfather. And I forget her name, but she looks like Cyrus, and a lot of people are saying that like, oh, that's Cyrus's like great 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 grandmother or something like that, and I see it. Um, yeah, yeah, I look at those characters and I'm like, yep, you're going to be related to so and so is related to you. Now let's talk about like kind of the battles and all that. I feel like one, the music was playing when I'm assuming it's Arceus is taking control of certain Pokemon, Gyarados, Luxray, and Ursaring. And that music that was playing, ooh, gives me chills even to this day just talking about it. It's really exciting to see Pokemon actually attacking you. And granted, you take too much hits, you're gonna black out or whatnot. Um, I'm really excited about that. It finally shows to me that's like, finally, this company is willing to change a little bit. Because Pokemon X League of Darkness Coliseum, Shadow Pokemon will attack you. Rarely, though. But I feel like now with wild Pokemon attacking you, that you can actually like black out and someone has to rescue you. It's like finally, like Pokemon are not fragile creatures. They will attack you. They have the sense of defense. They need to attack you, especially wild Pokemon. I just feel like finally, like it's becoming more and more realistic. Another thing that excites me too, of course, there's new evolutions and new forms. Stanler has a new form. Growlithe has a new form. Stanler has a new evolution. Excuse me. Growlithe has a new form. Basculin has a new evolution. Bravery has a new form. It excites me because it's like maybe other Pokemon like Dunsparce or heck, Kecleon and Smeargle, other Pokemon like them, they'll have a new form or a different evolution. Because they're kind of Pokemon that are somewhat forgotten, that people don't really talk about anymore because they don't have an evolution and that their stats are not the best. So that's what it kind of excites me, that we could probably see more of that. But other things that just excite me is that, like, we get to explore the Heisuan region. I think that's how it's pronounced. Before it became the Sinnoh region, I feel like we're going to be there when they decide to call that region the Sinnoh region. The thing that kind of intrigued me a little bit, they didn't show Arceus like at all in the game. I'm convinced, Luxray, Ursaring, Gyarados, they are the ones being controlled by Arceus when they go crazy. But with Pokemon Legends Arceus, we don't see Arceus at all. So it's kind of intriguing to see how that boss fight is going to be. Of course, they're not going to show the boss fight. The question is if we can even capture Arceus, because I feel like they're trying new things that we're not going to be able to, but we'll still be able to get its information in the Pokédex in some way. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but I'm really, really intrigued with the whole game. I'm actually really excited for it. And honestly, don't really show any more. Maybe if they show more of it, it'll be right after Diamond and Pearl remakes, but do not show any more of it. Like, show little glimpses of what could come. Because, of course, there's not going to be any gym battles or anything like that, because there wasn't any long ago. So, and that's like another thing, too, is that I'm kind of excited about that as well. There's no gym battles. Like, it's not we're doing something new. It's not going to be the exact same thing over again and again. I'm excited, but a little nervous. Hopefully, they'll pull it off. It'll be the best Pokemon game, the best-selling Switch game until Mario Kart 9 comes out, of course, if it ever does. Because Game Freak and the Pokemon Company, they need a win, in my opinion. Especially after probably the last few generations and, the complaints, rightfully so, of the games being too easy, not being challenging enough. So You know, something I forgot to mention as well with Pokemon Legends Arceus, um, the battle system, it's still the same, unfortunately. I wish they would get kind of more farther away from like turn-based, but you know, that's not the least of my issues, um, or the biggest issues that I have with the game. Excuse me. I the new battle system is that there's two new, so far what they showed off, two new types of battle mechanics: strong style and agile style, and you could switch between the two, which one you want to use, which I think is actually more strategic and more. It's really smart in my opinion, and it shows, like, say for example, you pick agile style, who gets to attack first and how many attacks you get to do, kind of one after the other. I think that's really smart. And strong style, I'm assuming your attacks are a bit stronger depending what they are, and you know the type and level and all that into account. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited about that. I hopefully they show like a bit more, like different styles, just to keep it a bit more strategic, and hopefully it works with this game. That moving forward, that they can just keep continuing using it. But of course, only time will tell with that. So for this video, it seems like I've been kind of hopping around from battle to battle, just talking about random stuff. But I just wanted to, well, one, make these type of videos a little more shorter. I don't want them to be like 40 minutes long. And of course, I want to commentate over the area leader. Area leader Handpiece, and I'll cast from Soul Rock. So we switched over to Jolteon midway through because now the opponent's Pokemon are higher level than Jolteon, or some of them were back then. Right now they're not. And yeah, Jolteon can get some level ups, or try to get close to a level up here. Alright, so Cast Form might be using Weather Ball or some type of either Rain Dance or Sunny Day or something, so it could change form. Soul Rock, it being Psychic and Rock, Gardevoir should hopefully easily take it out. Or, of course, Soul Rock can use Sunny Day, so Cast Form can change forms. Cast Form transformed. And Cast Form used Sunny Day. Okay, cool. Oh, that was a waste of a turn. Shockwave. Let's switch on this one. Have Jolteon attack Soul Rock. Almost there. Almost there. And Gardevoir attack Sunny Cast Form. Same move. Shockwave. I'm assuming he also has Lunatone, because it's the sun and the moon, and then Cast Form is in charge of the weather with Gen 3. So I'm only assuming that he has Lunatone, and that did way too many damage. Oh no, he has two more. Okay, cool. We'll see what they are. I'm assuming one of them is Lunatone. Explode. Wow, okay. Alright, well, that's kind of a shock. Not gonna lie. Because usually in Mount Battle, trainers usually have kind of themes to their teams, but let's see. I don't know. I have no idea. Cool. I don't know why he has Exploud then. Maybe something that I'm missing. But either or, we got this. Shadow Ball and Lunatone. With him also being Psychic, Shadow Ball should do a little bit of damage to him. Halfway. Alright. Let's try it again. Oh, why? So Exploud is a normal type Pokemon. I'm gonna use Primeape. I know Primeape is still a shadow Pokemon, but still. Also open up his heart a little. And Lunotone's psychic. I just remembered that. Bye, Primeape. I literally sent Primeape out to die. Unintentionally. Wow. So, Ice Beam on Exploud, and then Shadow Ball on Lunatone. Gardevoir is the fastest out of all four. I'm very surprised by that, to be honest. Alright, Lunatone is out, so that means we can just focus all of our attacks on Exploud here. And Exploud has to recharge. Please freeze Exploud. Nope, of course not. Ice Beam and then Psychic. Finally, thank you. Awesome. Hampy. Not a bad team. 0 on Exploud. Well played. And this is the last area of being in the volcano. So, we're out of here. Very well, you must accept these Poke Coupons. I would say that you are strong enough to advance to the next area, but don't let your guard down. Nice. Oh, nice. Cool. I mean, Togepi was almost purified anyway before we put her in there. Congratulations, you have cleared Area 6. For completing this area for the first time, please accept this commemorative gift. TM50. No idea what it is because they don't tell me. Alright, let's head back to Mount Battle entrance. In the next episode of Pokemon X Gale of Darkness, we're going to continue on to the story because there's a little bit of prep work before we get into the Dark Isle, or what the heck it's called. So with all that being said, Poke fans, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, smash that bell, all the good stuff. Until then, have a great day. See you on the next video.